Alright, sorry guys, the video cut out right there. But anyways, we were talking to the Emerald Herald. Why does he hold it like that? Who the fuck holds a shield like that? Like, hit my shield, hit it, baby, hit it. Yeah, hit it, baby. Like, what the fuck? But anyways, we were talking to the Emerald Herald. We figured out that she is the one that we want to come to in order to level our character up, Mr. Tanky. We had just made it to Majula. But yeah, we were going to continue on talking to her, see what she has to say.
Bearer of the curse, seek misery. For misery will lead you to greater, stronger souls. You will never meet the king with a soul so frail and pallid.
Oh, you'd be surprised. Alright, and there's actually, I want to take these off, and I'm gonna put on my Estus flask. Okay.
Seek those whose names are unutterable. The four endowed with immense souls. Their souls will serve as beacons. Once you have found them, return here to me, so that hope will not fade away.
So she's basically saying there's 4 great souls that you want to get. Same old, just like Dark Souls Remastered. There's 4 souls that are ones. There's obviously a lot more than just 4 bosses in the game. There's actually quite a bit of bosses in this in Dark Souls 2. I don't know if it's more than Dark Souls 3 or if it's less. I think it's more, but I'm not too sure. But I know it's definitely more than Dark Souls Remastered. But anyway, so there are 4 that are pretty much our primary goal, though. They have like greater souls than others.
Bearer of the curse, seek souls. Larger, more powerful souls. Seek the king. That is the only way. Lest this land swallow you whole, as it has so many others.
Okay, so she's saying to go seek some king, I guess? Upgrade Estus Flask. I cannot do that yet because I do not have an Estus Flask shard. So basically, you start out in this game with only 1 Estus Flask. If you didn't see, you pretty much have to upgrade your Estus Flask to get it to go up more. And I think the max it goes up to is like plus 12 or something. So you don't get like plus 20 like you did in Dark Souls 1. They kind of overdid it with Dark Souls 1. But anyways.
Over the hill and past the forest is the king's castle, where a man peered straight into the essence of the soul. But whatever came of it?
Okay.
Those who come to Dranglake seeking salvation soon lose hope and turn hollow. It happens to them all, sooner or later. That blue knight at the base of the tower, his spirit is already broken. Although he does offer sound advice. Perhaps he is a foreshadowing of your own future.
Yeah, no. So basically we have another crestfallen warrior. He's someone we're going to be talking to coming up next, so.
That tiny thing inside the ruins. An ancient being that will mock your very existence.
She's talking about some ruins over there.
She imparts sound wisdom. Provided you find her on a good day. The sign you bear will drain your very souls. And without souls, you will turn hollow. Stay strong. Do not lose hope. Even when you have precious little time. For when the undead dies, it is never truly dead, but only one step closer to hollowing. Not all undead are hollows, but all hollows were once undead. If you find an Estus shard, bring it to me. so that I may ease your burden. Over the hill and past the forest, where a man peered straight into the but whatever came of those who come to Drang Lake seeking it happens to them all. Although
Alright, so I do believe that is it for her dialogue. So there is an item that we can grab right here real quick. There's a soul and 3 life gems, and then we also have another NPC right here, and I believe his name is Lenigrast.
Who are you? Oh, it doesn't matter. Just help me open this door. I packed my tools in here, seeing it was vacant. But now somebody's gone and locked the door.
So this is basically going to be our blacksmith here in Majula.
I'm a blacksmith.
Or he says it right there.
My tools. Bring me that key. Chop chop.
So like you said, there's going to be a key that we're going to need to find to open that gate right there.
I'm a blacksmith. Bring me that key.
Alright, so yeah, he can't do anything until we find that key. Alright, let's go talk to the crestfallen warrior up here. So he's gonna be up here at the top of this tower. And here he is crestfallen, just like the guy from the that sits next to the bonfire in Firelink Shrine.
You're undead, aren't you? You have that distinct scent, the smell of irreversible fate. This is Majula. It is a kind of settlement. A place where life is almost normal. And in Drang Lake these days, there are very few places like that.
So as you can see, he's very down, he's very dreary.
I am Solden.
Solden.
And like you, I lost everything, and now I'm here. You probably heard that it was possible to break the curse here. Well, that's not true at all. There's nothing here for you, me, or anybody.
So as you can see, you can already start to tell he's kind of like giving up on everything. Just like the crestfallen knight or warrior in Dark Souls 1.
Do you know much about souls? Even I'm not certain, but I'm told that the soul is the essence of life itself. Anything living, sentient or no, supposedly has one. What we call the curse is traceable to the soul. Do you see what that means? To be alive, to walk this earth. That's the real curse, right there. We undead will never die. And that's quite a predicament, really.
Yeah, dude, you got a lot of
There are 4 beings
stuff.
in this land with giant souls.
More on the 4
wherever
souls.
you go from here, you'll sooner or later come up against them.
Of course.
Each has a powerful soul and a terrible curse. If that frightens you, then you ought to just give up right now, like I have. Do you ever cry out for help? The journey of an undead is long and treacherous. You'll face invaders from other worlds at every turn. If you need help, why not proclaim faith in the Blue Sentinels? When you face danger, the Blue Sentinels will come to your aid. Protection is yours, if you wish. You need only accept their kind embrace.
So basically, this is just like the Way of the White, the first covenant you join in Dark Souls 1. So we'll just go ahead and say yeah. And we got the blue seal. Entered the covenant.
That is a wise decision. People are weak, but the blue sentinels watch over us in their benevolence. Let the sentinels cradle you in their embrace.
So I could, that's basically a ring that you can put on. There's no point though at the moment because it doesn't do anything. It's online kind of stuff. So
Do you feel lonely here? It suits me just fine, as I've nothing left anyway. It will grow on you, this place. Give it some time.
so we can learn a gesture from him, the welcome gesture.
Do you see the way beyond the bonfire? That will take you to the forest of the giants.
Which is where we'll be going next.
There was once a great fort, but little of it remains.
And that's that big old castle looking
You may
area
just
over there.
Find something there that will be of use on your journey. But don't venture too far inside, or you might not come back.
So he just basically gave you a little like hint to where to go.
Hade's Tower of Flame lies beyond the far gate.
And that's actually like a little gate that's like right over
The
there.
apostles of Blue gather.
And that's actually
But the
it over
road
there.
leading
That
there is
like
perilous.
area in the water, that's Hyde's Tower of
The
Flame.
gate is rigged with some contraption. But how it works, I just don't know. Have you seen that pit, that gaping hole in the earth?
And that's actually going to be like right over there between all those little houses, and we're going to be coming up on that pretty soon.
But I
So
wouldn't suggest trying to find out. Besides, you'll never make it down there. Not without a ladder of some sort. The flame you see there is a bonfire.
I know that.
They exist all across the land, beacons to we undead. If you are tired, try resting beside the flame. The flame heals us. Long ago, a woman called a firekeeper watched over each bonfire.
See,
She kept the flame lit.
it says long
and
ago.
guarded it from those who would extinguish it. I wonder where the firekeepers went.
See, he said long ago the firekeepers. So that's what I'm saying. Like they try to they tell you that these universes aren't connected, but yet then how come there's firekeepers? And they said that it was in the past, basically.
Did you notice any letters on the ground on the way here? These are messages that have jumped the fissures between worlds. In Drang Lake, the flow of time is convoluted. Things shift and waver, twist and turn. Poignant wishes, dashed dreams, the messages convey our very inner thoughts. If your will to soldier on falters, try leaving a message. Somebody out there is sure to listen.
So basically that's the online thing. Also, you can leave messages and other players in other worlds can see your messages and vice versa.
You may notice symbols that appear upon the ground.
That's just summon signs.
These are summon signatures.
Call upon spirits from
They
other
call
worlds
upon
through this.
If
Okay.
you fear hollows, find someone.
Yes, we know that we can summon people for boss fights. We've played Dark Souls Remastered.
Do you see the way beyond that? But don't.
Okay, so I believe
May you find
he's finally done talking. Okay, so now we can make our way down. Sorry guys, this is going to be a really big time lore and talking friendly episode. But let's go ahead and clear these this little area right over here. Finish up with good old Majula. So we got an item in this tent right here. And that's going to be a life gem. So basically all the items you're going to find in this beginning area are all just going to be items that are going to help you in the beginning of the playthrough. So we're going to want to run around this way, and there's going to be a stone right here, and this is basically another covenant you can join, and 5 homeward bones. But that covenant basically just makes it to where you take more damage, you deal less damage, you can't summon for boss fights, and yeah, it basically just makes the game harder for no reason. There's like no reason to do that. But anyways, we have this gaping hole that he was talking about, and we can go down there at one point in the game. We are not going to be doing that yet, though. First, we're going to go in here, and we have a merchant right here. This is actually the merchant in Majula, and he is, I don't remember what his name is, but I know he's from a place called Volgan. But first, we're going to get this chest. We're going to steal the chest in his house. It's going to be our Titanite shard, the first Titanite shard that you can get in the game. Alright, let's talk to our friend, whatever his name is.
Hello there. Welcome to my shop. I'm
Maulin.
And I sell armor.
Maulin from
Sorry,
Volgan.
Please do have a look at my wares. I could really use the business. If you'd be so kind.
So, as you can see, he's like trying to just make some business. He's in this town, there's no one around, and it's hard for him to make business. What's really interesting about him is he changes his attitude throughout the game, and depending on how much money you end up spending, if you end up spending a certain amount of money, he ends up becoming really cocky and like telling you to basically, if you don't buy his shit, that he's basically gonna sell it off before you can get it. And yeah, he gets really cocky. It's kind of interesting. It's cool how they did that. But anyway, so yeah, he sells armor sets. So here's the Iron Parma. That's what I have right now. The Eagle Shield might actually be better than what I have. And he also has some armor sets. 68s. Alright, so the Falconer armor is better, but I like the way the hard leather looks more than the Falconer armor, so we're not going to switch up our armor yet until we find another set, pretty much. So he doesn't really have anything, so let's just talk to him.
I came from the west, from Volgan.
See, I told you he was from Volgan.
Have you been there? It's a lively place, vibrant with trade. Very competitive, of course. And you have to grease the wheels to get anywhere. But I didn't have the funding for that, so I left home in hopes of striking gold. It's been years since then, and I've made very little headway. I don't even know why I'm still here. Everything's all run down and dying. It's terrible for business, really.
Okay. So he basically just gave him a little backstory of his life.
Themselves, the Blue Sentinels have gained much power in Volgan. You can't even run a shop without their blessing. They claim to be working for the greater good, but it's absolute hogwash. Oh, by the gods, why the hell am I here?
Alright, so that is it for our friend Maulin at the moment. Alright, so there's like only one more thing. No, there's about 2 or 3 more things actually, my bad. So right here we have this rock sitting on a well, and we're gonna actually go ahead and hit that. And when we do that, it's going to pop up an Estus Flash shard, and that is something we can use to upgrade our Estus Flash so we can have more than just one of them. Now back here there are these things that are like pigs. They are freaking hellmongers. No, get away from me. They are so horrible. Like, look how much health they have, and they just like They're so hard to... God, I'm gonna have to go to the fucking bonfire. Come on, man, run. I'm gonna have to wait. I'm gonna have to wait at the bonfire so they'll respawn back where they were. Because they will literally chase you all the way around. You can go all the way up there and they'll chase you up there. So just make sure that they did. Oh my, they did respawn, right? Okay. So we want to come in here now that we grabbed the Estus Flash Shard, and there's going to be another NPC, final NPC, that we can talk to here right now.
Oh, undead are we? And one without much time remaining. Just about ready to fall apart, I'd say. Not exactly the time to be chatting with a cat. Well, suit yourself. Oh yes, you may call me Shalqua.
Shalqua.
Enchanté.
Enchanté.
So, what did you want anyway? Ooh, you smell wonderful.
So this is Sweet Shalqua. She's a merchant. She sells various rings. A couple of them are pretty important rings in the game. She sells some Homer Bones, some Prison Stones, some Alluring Schools, and some Lloyd's Talismans. You can also use her to abandon your covenants and also look at the covenants. So as you can see, way of blue, and we got 0 rank in it. So let's keep talking to her.
This place is already dead. Everything will crumble and waste away so that something new may be born. Isn't it wonderful?
Yeah, she's like really weird. Like she likes that the world's gonna end, but then doesn't. I don't know. She like doesn't care.
This place is fascinating. We receive only the most peculiar visitors. Folk like yourself. It's enough to keep even a cat amused. Are you going to see the old ones? Those 4 who have grown so incredibly ancient. They must have sprouted quite a thick coat of moss by now. For heaven's sake, no one even knows their names anymore. Imagine that. Yes, nothing like yourself. For you have a most pleasant scent that grows nicer with each passing day.
What are you talking about? This is the first time I've met you. Like, what?
Have you made friends with the man by the sea? He's lost everything. Absolutely everything.
She literally
The only
laughs
thing he's
after
good for
every
now is
line.
a few tidbits on covenants. Covenants are a type of, well, contract, you might say.
I know what the covenants
You
are.
give something to gain something. That's the way humans like it, right? It might be just the thing you need. But what does a cat know?
How much more
Did
dialogue?
you see that oddly formed rock behind here?
Yes.
Long ago, they called it Victor's Stone, as I recall.
Yes, and that's how you join the Champions Covenant.
If you wish to face greater challenges,
Fuck that. I'm
speak
good.
to the rock.
I am good. Fuck that.
Although, you'd just as well not. This place is already... Everything will crumble and waste away. Isn't it all?
Alright.
Nothing suit? Well, that's dismaying.
Alright, so that's it for them. So there's one more item we want to grab just real quick, and that's going to be down here in this little area. This is going to be another area that we're going to need to go through for a progression. But we're not going to be going down deep into it. We're just going to go down a certain way, which is going to be down here to the right. And there's going to be a reason that we want to come this way. Right here. And this is going to be the Crimson Parma. I do believe it is an upgrade from the shield that we have. Wait a second. No, it is not. No, it is not. I lied. One I have is better. Well, let's check something real quick then. There's I think there's one more loot right down here that we can grab. Alright, so right over here, we're just going to grab this real quick, and we're not going to head any farther. And the Broken Thief Sword and a Soul of a Lost Undead. Alright, so now we want to go back before it shuts on us. Okay. So it was a broken sword, so that's not, there's no way that's any better than the Morning Star. I will check just in case, though. Damn, it's worse than the Broken Straight Sword, actually. That's disappointing. So all this shit sucks, basically. So yeah, there's no, I don't get who would even use those at all in any playthrough. But anyways, let's go ahead and continue on. We're gonna go ahead and level up real quick. We're gonna head back to Things Betwixt to take out that ogre that we couldn't take out before, because now we're doing a little bit more damage. And that's about it for Majula. There's nothing else to really do around here yet. We'll have to head down into the Forest of the Giants. If you don't recall, the Crestfallen Warrior Solon, I think that was his name, was talking about. But let's go ahead and use up these souls. Alright, so we got a good 3,000 to play around with, and we also have an Estus Shard Flash.
Is that a shard you found? Here, let me see it, so that I may help you.
So she's also the one that upgrades it for us.
To see hope, however faint it might be.
So upgrade Estus Flask. And we will have 2 now. So, and then now we can level up. Alright, so it's 900 to level up. What do we want to level up? I kind of feel like we should just go to strength. I think I should just get strength to 20 off the bat. Definitely. Okay, so okay, yeah, we need to head to Things Betwixt real quick. So as you can see, we got fast travel points now. And we're gonna go take out Mr. Ogre since he wanted to be an asshole, and we're gonna go whoop his ass now that we got a Morning Star. Alright, so if you don't recall, he's over here. And there is a reason that you want to do this. It's not just like, oh, it's just an enemy that's just there. Like, you want to kill this guy, trust me. Especially the earlier you kill him, the better. Oh, wow. Like, it's just so hard to, like, get away from his attacks. Whoop! Heal up. It's so hard to get away from his attacks. That's what I hate. But we're doing some pretty dirty damage now. As you can see, we got like about more than a quarter than of his health down. Wonder what happens if I hit him with a heavy attack. Oh! Jesus, that was almost really bad. Okay. Alright, we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. We just